Hey, good morning, everybody. Okay. So last one was a little bit uh chaotic, so this one I want to be a little bit more clear and precise and talk about the tower moment or the ego death or as you might call it, just a uh I want to show you how to think about it whenever these moments happen in your life because I think that um it is obviously a very tough moment. It happens at the worst time when you think, oh God, I wish nothing like this could ever happen. And then it does. And that's exactly, or when you're just not expecting anything, when you think everything's fine, and then all of a sudden, bam, you get hit with some sort of crazy thing that's going to teach you something. Okay? And so I wanted to explain that today. What is a tower moment? Well, I call it a tower moment, or most people would call it an ego death, I think. And I think what it really is just energy, right? It's just high energy pressure put onto you, high stress energy, I should say. Uh, and it's to make all of the issues in your life apparent, so that way you will do something different, right? And our mind immediately likes to go to the extremes. We're like, okay, all the problems in my life are in my face. I guess that means I need to end it, you know? It's definitely, it turns out it ends up being like that, where you feel like you want it to be over. And essentially that's the ego wanting it to be over. That's your perspective in this life, wanting to be done with this experience. Uh, and it's because you think that you've messed up, you think that you've done something really wrong, but of course you haven't. In an energy and spirit and everything, of that matter, you can't do anything wrong. And there's always, like as they say in the Christian faith and all that, with like there's always forgiveness in God, right? Like the idea is, uh, nothing that you do here is ever wrong. It's just either in alignment with your satisfaction or not. So it'll either make you happy or it won't. And yeah, mistakes will be made. Like that's just what we're here to do. That's the fun part of being here and living, is doing cool. Sorry, I'm trying to plug in my computer while I do this. Sorry. But anyway, uh, yeah, mistakes are gonna be made, and so you're always gonna have these little moments that trip you up. And so especially if you aren't feeling like you're living life to the fullest. Wow, this Amazon truck just freaking took out a tree. Did you see that? I don't know if you can actually see it on video. I can't see on the other side, so I don't know if you actually got it. That was pretty funny. Anyway, yeah, if you feel like something really traumatic is happening to you, right? And you feel like you can't move away from all your problems. You feel like you're swamped in it. I think, some people might just call that a depression. Uh, but really it's just an episode of high energy, because your angels are trying to get you to, well, your guides, whatever you want to call them, right? Whoever, spirit is trying to help, essentially, is what's happening. Spirit wants you to realize that these things that are happening in your life can be overcome, essentially, and that there's a way around. There's a way that you can do this. That there's a path forward, but you need to find it. And spirit can't outright tell you, because most of us are not attuned enough to be able to literally just, see apparitions, see those sorts of things, hear that sort of knowledge. And even if you are able to hear it, sometimes our human brain is just a tough beast. Our ego is hard to get away from, right? Uh, I say this with experience, because yesterday I just realized that I had been hearing exactly the message I was supposed to be hearing for the longest time, but I just had pushed, I'd flipped the role, and I hadn't taken responsibility for all the bad things that I'd done in my life. You feel me? And so it's tough. Even if you hear what you're supposed to be hearing, you may not uh, you may not understand the message, because you're just not ready to. Uh, and so, yes, spirit will push this high energy pressure on you to make you move. Essentially, you have to make a move. And so, you know for us, it's easy to lay down and be like, I hate it, I'm just gonna die here. This is it, this is all over, life's awful, this is bad. uh and it's terrible, right? But you need to feel that. You need to feel that, because essentially, uh you kind of do die, in a way, right? That's why they call it an ego death. Your projection of what you thought was going to happen in life, uh, the way that you thought everything was, the way that you thought everything made sense in life, it doesn't anymore. Because spirit's trying to get you to understand that your small perspective that you have right now is not is not the it's not enough, right? you need to expand. You need to see further. You need to become something other than what you are right now. And thus, your current reality that you've pinpointed, and we're basically directing your life on can no longer exist. And so, that projection of your reality that you think is really all that we really is. It's all that we are in the end. It's if you think about it metaphysically, right? Um, everything that you plan out in life, you probably will achieve if you continue to move on that path. But if that path that you've chosen ultimately isn't for your happiness, isn't for your greatest and highest good, you may think that it is. You may think that that's what you want. But if you're finding yourself feeling unfulfilled, feeling unhappy, then you will continue to come upon these tower moments, these ego deaths, uh, and everything in that projection will come crashing down to the point of uh, where everything's similar, right? So it's not like everything in your life changes in these moments. It's not like, you stop believing that the sky is blue, that the sun comes up every morning, and that the moon comes out at night. That's not how it works. Uh, so it's just the small, well, not small things. There are big things, but it's just the things that you have chosen in life that don't exactly serve you, and spirit will just finally give you a little nudge to be like, hey, that's not what you need. That's you're looking in the wrong direction, and so you aren't asking for help, but you're suffering, and you kind of are asking for help in the back of your mind, going, good God, why me, right? So you end up getting that moment, and it pushes you to do something different. It pushes you to do something different. It pushes you to think differently. It pushes you to make a different adjustment so that your reality expands and shifts. Your projection of who you think you are moves, and your ego of the current moment dies, and a new one is birthed in that moment. And it's awful, and it sucks for the moment. But then once you pass it, and once it all makes sense, oh my God, it's such a great relief. It is an absolute relief. So don't be scared of tower moments. Don't be scared of ego death. Invite them when they come. Uh, Stay strong through it because I know it's tough. I know it's tough. It's really tough. I know. Yeah, I've been going through some intense ones lately, and it's just been oof. But remember that you're here to have a good time and ultimately live your happiest life that you possibly can. So I know that that's what you'll always want in the end in your heart, no matter what. Um, and if you can't, talk to somebody first. You know, I promise you that something is better is always waiting for you at the end of those really difficult moments. Something great is waiting for you, uh, because ultimately that's where you're rushing to. Your whole purpose here is just to find your happiness, to find your little slice of enjoyment in this experience, right? So if you're ever not doing that, then you're on the wrong path, and spirit will try to help you, and people around you will try to help you, and everybody here um, wants to help people, whether they know it or not. They want to help people. Some people have been hurt and feel differently, will think that they feel differently at the moment, but they're only hurting themselves as they continue to move that way. So it's tough. It's a tough real. It's a tough. Well, it's not tough. It's part of the game, right? Part of the cool stuff that we can do out here is that we can mess up and we can have fun on the other side, right? Experience you know the other side of reality, which is pain and suffering, because a lot of us came here to experience that as well, just to see what it's like. Anyway, uh, yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope that you have a beautiful day. I hope this helps. Uh, and yeah, maybe I'll upload something later too. I'm not sure. We'll see. Guitar update. All right, catch you guys later. Bye bye. Take care. Love you.